Hello again, my friends. Well, we're into May, and here in Aotearoa that means we're deeply into autumn and the colder weather. We're also into, how can I describe this now? May is Mother's Month, especially here. I think not all countries celebrate Mother's Day in May, but we certainly do in this part of the world. And mothers are the centre, the hub, the wonderful centre of any family, of a community that is family, if you like. And all the readings in our scriptures for this month talk about community too. It's a lovely theme, but I guess you could also say it's often misunderstood. When you think of, when we used to talk about community, say 30 years ago, we thought of hippies and communes and things. Well, it ain't really like that. It's a wonderful notion. It's a wonderful concept as community. And I guess if we're going to be honest, we need to go back to the fact of the Trinity, our Creator God, the issue that we call the Son, Jesus, and then of course their soul, the Spirit. They form a community, and each of them is unique, each of them is different, and yet together they form this marvellous creative energy and force that has made each one of us. That's a good starting point, but it's a bit scary unless you unpack it a bit, I think. And I'd just like to talk for a moment or two about the fact that as you know, a year ago I moved from a religious community into what's a very different community. I live alone here in my little apartment, but I'm not alone. For one thing, I've got my God with me, but for another thing too, I'm surrounded all round by others who've also come here to live. So we're forming our own little community. We've had 2 meetings this week, in fact, to talk about, one to talk about fire and other dangerous things to prevent, and another one to talk about our lives together. How can we enrich those? And that's the key, isn't it? Community really means enrichment, and what it really means, as I see it, is friendship. Community is built, as I believe, on friendship. And you can talk about like a chain, I think, a circle. Friendship implies trust. I can't be friends with you unless I trust you and you trust me, each of us to be who we are. And trust, in its, if you go back the next link in the chain, trust is built on respect. Respect and tolerance. Respect for each other, for one another. Respect for oneself, first of all, for one another, and then for everyone around us. And the tolerance part of it is that you might be, some of your little ways and manners might drive me clean up the wall and down the other side, and some of mine might drive you the same way. You heard, did you, about the sad little brick? His mother was up the wall and his father was round the bend. Well, it's a little bit like that in community sometimes. But there is, as I see it, a very clear link, a circle, which if we're committed to and live out, we can say we are honouring and living out community. And it is friendship, trust, respect, tolerance, that whole sense, and certainly that whole sense of being with our God, whoever that may be for each of us. A final word, my own living here in this new and different community does have to honour all those things. I need to be a friend. I need to put myself out sometimes to be friends to those around me, whom I may not necessarily like, but whom I'm committed to live with, to live beside. I need to respect them for who they are. I need to honour their personhood, even if I don't always like their little idiosyncrasies. And above all, I think, I need to work towards friendship with them. So, talking about community, we must have a cup of tea together. So those are some thoughts that occur to me in this month of May, Mother's Month, the month of, for this particular year, the month of Pentecost, where where I guess the sacred community up in heaven is what's the word, reconstituted, when Jesus has gone up to heaven and the Spirit comes down to us. That's wonderful, isn't it? A new take on community. So those are just some thoughts. Thank you once again for being with me today. As always, I've enjoyed our short time together, and I hope and pray that this month will be one of wholesomeness for you in whatever community you are in. And remember that the community that is our God is over us all and watching over us. God bless, and go in peace.